Hey, what's going on, fellas? Happy Saturday night. What's going on, fellas? Hey, what's going on, Darren? How's it going, big dog? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good luck to everybody. Hey, what up, Tony? How's it going, big Tony? Long time no see. Back at it again is right. Happy Saturday night to everybody. Glad to hear, Darren. Glad to hear it, my man. How have you been enjoying the NHL finals, Darren? Yes, sir. Last night was enjoyable for sure. The hockey break, some good names. All right, Tony, out on the boat today. That's what's up. Summertime. It's got a different feeling to it when you're out on a boat in the sun, enjoying the kids, enjoying the weather, nature. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. That is what summer is about. Man, that's awesome. We had our last game of T-ball today for my son. I was at a 4-year-old birthday party at a swimming pool. I've uh I've enjoyed my day. Pulling for the Hurricanes. Gotcha, gotcha. I'll start pulling for them as well, Darren. I figure if we all start pulling in the same direction, if we all start pulling in the same direction, it'll get going. All right, guys. Looks like we had 9 people here with us. We got Tony, we got Darren. So welcome to Call Your Shot Sports Breaks Memorabilia. We got several new guys here this week. So if you're a new guy that has just tuned in for the first time, feel free to jump into the chat if you want to introduce yourself or call your shot for the whatever items you think are popping out here tonight, or just want to say hello or say what teams you're interested in. I'm sure the guys in the chat will welcome you wholeheartedly. We're happy to have you. So welcome aboard. If it is not your jam to jump into the chat, you just want to enjoy with your ice cold beverage and watch the show and have a good time, feel free. Take a look at the chat for some fun banter. There's nothing wrong with that as well. Full transparency. No, that's not true. The OGs came on strong last week. Add some value to your Brynn Armor puck. Yeah, that's true. So I got nothing wrong with that. So for all you guys that are new, my name is Bart. I am the one that's been messaging you on eBay. This is not a brick and mortar store or some multi-million-dollar conglomerate. It's just one man with a passion for sports memorabilia who enjoys bringing people together. I am a high school math teacher by trade. We just hit summertime, so I'm on summer break officially. So I'm excited to spend the time with my family, enjoy the weather. Very hot and humid here in Northern Illinois, but I'm not complaining because I like hot weather. We got 8 items tonight for football. We've got our classic black bag, as well as the Series 3 from Gold Rush. That'll be the first things that we open. After that, we'll move on to basketball. We got the full-size basketball there. We've got basketball jersey there. For baseball, we've got RSA jersey here on the bottom. And then I'm excited about this one, guys. I'm sure you are too. We had lots of people jump in this week for the Sensational signatures from Gold Rush Lumber Edition. I got one more of these after tonight. Next week, I'm going to go back to the Hall of Fame slabs from Gold Rush. And then the week following, I'm going to go back to this guy as well. I'm going to try to get some more bats. These are the only two that I could get from Gold Rush, and they were sold out after that. They sold out really quick. They sold out the day of. I think they only lasted like 5 hours on the website, and they were gone. And I got to them a little bit late, but hopefully I'll get some other bats, and we'll try to supplement that this summer. After the baseball, we'll do the multi-sport. For multi-sport, we got the black bag, as well as the multi-sport value pack, which we did open number 4 last week. So we're down 4 and 7, but we still got the rest. So we still got 8 good weeks of that coming. So I'm excited about that as well. Dibs on the bat. New guy mojo is for real. It is for real scary. Nice. Mookie Betts auto bat on Tuesday. That's legit. Congrats, John Rhee. Yeah. John Rhee has a good history of winning bats here on in this break room. So good luck to John Rhee and good luck to everybody else as well. If you're a new guy, feel free to jump into the Facebook group. We got about 40 guys on Facebook right now. A great place just to kind of talk sports and get things going. I'm going to be a little bit more active on the Facebook group this summer. I've kind of fallen off the last couple of weeks with just how busy the end of the school year has been, but I'm going to get back on that, I promise. If anybody be willing to like and subscribe to the video or the channel, I'd appreciate that. Again, I'm not begging for it, but I would appreciate it. It goes a long way for me. And if it introduces anybody else to the channel, I would be happy. I would be happy for that. Bring some more people in, have a good time. All right, guys, without further ado, feel free to jump in the chat, whatever you want to do. But congrats to John Rhee on that Mookie. That's pretty sweet. Headliner on Mookie is pretty sweet. Mookie's a phenomenal player. Definitely somebody I'm a fan of. All right, guys, let's start with some football this week. Friendly reminder to OGs, to the break room, and to new guys. eBay does require that I mark all items as shipped. So whether or not your team hits, I do have to mark it as shipped. If you see a tracking number that is attached to your order after the break tonight or tomorrow possibly when I get everything packed up and ready to go for Monday when I ship it out, since USPS is closed on the weekends after 12:30 where I live, then that is confirmation that your team hit and that you'll be receiving the memorabilia. Of course, the team that is shown on the memorabilia is the one that's going to get it. If it's a college jersey, we'll go to current team or the team that we played the most games for, and we'll kind of go from there. But all right, guys, we're going to start with some football. Classic black bag edition from Gold Rush. So I'll take you on a quick trip around the black bag, as I normally like to do. There are many people out there that do sports breaks, but I take pride in the transparency. And, of course, it's a running joke in the chat, and I got no problem with that. Feel free to make fun of my mannerisms or the things that I do. It's not attached to my self-esteem. After all, I teach high school mathematics, so how bad could it be? What are you going to say about me that hasn't already been said 100 times worse? All right, let's get after it, guys. Of course, all in good fun. We're here to have a good time, and good luck to everybody's team. It's a lot more fun when your team hits, but we can still have a good time enjoying the autographs, reminiscing on some history or some stories that we know, and, of course, predicting some autographs. All right, here we go. Let's get after it. Enough talking about it. Time to be about it. You know me. All right, Gold Rush, black bag going in. All right, got some whites. And I've got some blue. This looks like Penn State, maybe. Sanristil. It looks like Penn State, maybe. Big old 0. There's your autograph. There's your big old autograph. Michigan. Okay. There's your autograph, guys. That's a pretty cool autograph. I'll take that. It's going to be Washington. Mike Sanristil. Big old 0. Autograph is pretty sweet, like I said up top. Tony's calling it. He thinks he's got it, and I trust Tony. But let's show the Beckett cert so everybody has it. I will look it up. 2W2 10082. 2W2 10082. It's not that I don't trust Tony. I just want to make sure. So I believe it. Mike Sanristil. And that's going to be Beckett cert. Since I can't say that I know him, I'm going to look it up, but I am under good authority that this one is Michigan and going to the way of Washington, it looks like. So, but let's be sure. I don't want to leave it to chance. I want to make sure everybody walks away from the break tonight, making sure everything was square and exactly the way that it should have been. I take pride in my honesty and the transparency. I want to make it keep it fun for everybody involved. All right. Yeah. Mike Sandra still is correct. So shouts to Tony for that one. And now where does she belong? I'm going to a Pro Football Reference. We're going to drop it in. Washington Commanders is exactly correct. So shouts to Tony. Way to call it, Tony. You got that right. And of course, he went to Michigan. Tony is our resident Michigan man. So it makes sense that he caught it. So that makes sense. Drafted by the Commanders in the second round. Young guy, cornerback. He's played for 2 years. And he's played in 34 games. That's tough to argue with that. A young guy, up and coming. Looks like the college jersey, Michigan jersey. And this one's going out to Washington. Washington. Yeah, watch his highlight reel from Michigan. I will watch that after the break. No lie. I'm definitely going to. I enjoy the nerdy aspect of everything that we do here. So I'm going to check it out. Mike Sandra still. Michigan highlights after the break. But for right now, Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders this week are going to a new guy. They're going to Harry O. So congrats to Harry O. The new guys strike first. So new guys 1, OG 0. But I have a feeling the OGs are going to come back strong. They always do. So congrats to Harry O. Mike Sandra still. Michigan on the big old 0. Nice autograph, Beckett Cert. Going to Washington Commanders. Congrats, Harry, and welcome aboard. Not sure if you're here tonight. Feel free to throw in the chat if you are. New guy mojo starts off strong. New guy mojo is real. But OG mojo is real as well. All right, guys, let's keep this thing rolling. How about Gold Rush 2026 Series 3? I think Series 4 is coming out shortly, but I still got several boxes of Series 3, so we'll keep rocking it. And then hopefully have some more different stuff once the season starts. We're going to kick back into gear the fantasy football. So anybody that was in the fantasy football last year, you guys will have first rights to refusal if you want to jump back in. And then any open spots, we'll open it up to anybody on Facebook. So if you want to jump into a cool Facebook group as well as a fantasy football, we might have the same thing that we had last year. I'll throw a jersey on it. Whoever wins the fantasy football, we'll get a jersey opening at the end of the season, complimentary of me. Or if you guys want to do something different, we can do different there as well. But feel free if you want to jump in on Facebook. Of course, it's all in good fun, and it keeps the conversation going, and it makes it a heck of a good time there in the fall. All right, guys. How about a quick trip around the box itself? We got 2 modes of transparency when it comes to this product. We got the cellophane wrapping, as well as that patented Gold Rush secondary seal, which, as you guys can see, is in solid, good working order. So quick trip around the box itself. Of course, I myself jump into breaks all the time. I appreciate it when people kind of show the product to make sure that it is exactly as advertised, and that's the goal. Hey, there he is. Congrats, Harry. Congrats, and welcome aboard. Yes, sir. You're in for more punishment. Darren, I didn't think you were that bad. Darren, I thought you did a good job there in the fantasy. And I know that you weren't somebody that's done it before, so I thought you did all right, my man. And it gets better. Every season you do it, you learn more, and it's always a good time. And we get to banter, we get to talk a little trash. Nothing wrong with that. All right, guys, let's get after it. Here goes the cellophane wrapping. Cellophane wrapping, adios. All righty. Secondary seal, crispy, as you guys can see, in good working order. Let's get that seal going. Good luck to everybody in football. How about a nice banger here to go along with the Sandra still, which Tony is telling me is a good one, and I believe him. All right, here we go. Good luck to all teams. Second item this week. And it's a solid one, fellas. It's a solid one. Speaking of fantasy football, this guy is a beast in fantasy football. I think he needs a little bit of a rejuvenation. But how about Debo? How about Debo Samuel? Debo Samuel. PSA certified. Big ol' autograph. Heck of a player. Injuries as of late, but man, when this guy is right, this guy is dangerous. Debo Samuel on the big old number 1. PSA AP 30646. PSA AP 30646. And I think this one's going out to 49ers. We'll take a look just to be sure. Let's go take a look. I don't think that will say on the front of the jersey itself. I might have to go take a peek at this one. Maybe Commanders. Let's take a look at the entire jersey itself. Why not? We're here. Is this the alternates? All right. Now I'm thinking maybe Commanders. You got nothing on the front. But look at those colors. Look at the sleeves. At first glance, I thought maybe 49ers, but we'll go take a peek. Debo Samuel. Yeah, he's not with Washington. I agree. Color scheme made me think so. Well, let's go take a look. To do a little bit more investigating. Give me a second here, fellas. Yep, this is Washington. It's a custom Washington Commanders jersey. And it's a nice one. According to the comps that I see online, this is a Washington Commanders custom. Yeah, this one's going out to Harry. We doubled up again. We doubled up last week for football. That's crazy. Washington Commanders. Harry, first break mojo. Congrats. Harry doubling up. Congrats to Harry. That's a nice hit right there. Debo Samuel Sr. on the Washington custom. Nice. PSA certified. That's dope. Congrats, sir. Congrats, Harry, if you're still here. I know you jumped in the chat a moment ago, but congrats, my man. If you're still here, doubling up. That's awesome. Yeah, there he is. The OG mojo is no Joe. It's no joke. I think the OGs can catch fire, but all right, 2-0. The new guys got us so far tonight. But we'll see if basketball can change it. We do got some new guys in basketball as well. So we'll see what happens, fellas. All right, let's keep it going. I don't know if I want to keep score. New guys 2, OG 0, but watch the OGs come back strong. All right, let's move on to some basketball. For basketball, we've got 2 RSA products. We've got a signed basketball jersey as well as the full-size basketball right there. So we'll start with the jersey. When it comes to RSA products, only one mode of transparency. They got a patented secondary seal. And even though it's only a single seal, it's a good seal. I think I showed last week what happens if you try to open it. It's a pretty solid one. So there it is in all its seal glory. I'm still going to take you on a trip around the box itself. Everything in good working order. And one more time, that patented secondary seal. All right, guys, let's get after it. Good luck to everybody in basketball. We've got some new guys in basketball. We've got some older guys. Let's see what we got. Good luck to all teams in basketball. So far, I like the way the break is trending. Let's keep that rolling. All right, Seal's gone. Good luck to all teams. Let's see what we got this week. So you're telling me there's a chance? Nice. Long time collector. I'll have to read that one in a second. All right, let's do it. Basketball. Oh, that'll do. That'll do right there. How about Ori? That's a nice hit. That's a solid hit right there. How about Lakers? How about an Ori hit? I was just talking about this guy with somebody last week. That is a solid hit right there. Yeah, let's go take a look at that. He definitely got into that stitching. You are right. But hey, when you hit game winners and you have as many clutch shots as he did, you do what you want. He doesn't have to answer questions to somebody like me running breaks on a Saturday night. That's dope. How about that for the Lakers? Robert Horry. Oh, that's dope. I'm definitely a fan of this guy. And I was just talking about him last week with somebody. How about W7 15284? How about W7 one more time? W7 15284. Yeah, that's dope. In my opinion. But of course, your opinion could be different, and I respect that nonetheless. That's a solid one. Got into the stitching for sure. Let's say a couple words about Robert Horry. What a beast. How about 7-time NBA champ? Golly. 1992-93 All-Rookie. Nicknames: Big Shot Rob, Big Shot Bob, the Key Man, power forward and small forward. And he kind of revolutionized the game, taking the game outside for big guys, power forwards. I know there are lots of guys that do that nowadays, but man, it wasn't that way growing up. Played for the Lakers for 7 years. And of course, some of those were his best years. That's dope. Los Angeles Lakers. All right, guys. Los Angeles Lakers this week. LA Lakers going out to Dave. Dave J on the board for the OGs. So Dave J for the OGs. Bringing them back. OGs 1. New guys 2. Robert Horry on the Lakers hit for Dave J. Not sure if he's here tonight. He often is in the chat. Not sure if he's just hanging out, chilling with the family, or on the road. But congrats, Dave, if you're here. If not, whenever you watch it, Robert Horry coming your way. And it's a nice one. Back at cert for the OGs. OGs on the board. That's pretty dope. 7-time NBA champ. Yeah. That's a nice one. Congrats to Dave. Solid. He wore that jersey from 97 to 03 for the Lakers. Man, how many big-time shots. Over 1,100 games played. Played for 16 years. Man. They just don't make them like they used to. Let's see. What did Harry say? Been doing it a long time. Been out for a bit. First break back. And a Giants collector. So congrats to Harry. I just got that one fully. So welcome back, sir. I definitely understand being out for a time and then coming back. I was out for a while. And then 2020, got back into it. Got back into cards. And then memorabilia. And then taking little breaks here and there. But I hear you, Harry. But welcome back. Have a night. Have a night. All right, guys. Let's keep this thing rolling. I'm going to bring these jerseys down so we get to that full-size basketball. I'm going to take these multi-sports, and they're just going to chill here on Robert Horry. Matter of fact, I'm just going to put them in the front. I'm not going to disrespect a 7-time NBA champ by doing that. You chill right there, Mr. Horry. All right, guys. We've got a full-size basketball. We've had some nice hits come out of here as well. When it comes to this guy, we got secondary seal up top. I'm going to pull this pull tab. That pull tab is attached to the secondary seal, which, as you guys can see, is absolutely crispy. I'm still going to take you on a trip around the box itself, which is sometimes hard to do. Feel free to take a look at that QR code if you want to see some of the hits that are in there. There are some really nice hits in there. There's some current stars, all-time greats, rookies, and more. Bottom of the box, I am not going to be opening, but I still want you guys to see it so that everything is exactly as advertised. All right, guys, let's get after it. Full-size basketball. These have been a little bit tough to identify. I know we've had some fun talking about the autos. M's that look like W's, M's that look like C's. So, I don't know. It should be fun. So let's try to do it. I'm going to try to keep this thing on screen, which is a little bit hard to do with the pull tab, but we're going to try to make it happen. All right. Good luck to all teams in the basketball. We've got a hit for the Lakers. As you guys can see there, secondary seal. That's what happens if you try to open it. The seal itself gets ruined, makes it very easy to identify products that have been opened or not. So, okay, here we go. Jean-Rie calling Dallas. All right, let's see what happens. Well, it's a JSA cert, which is a very, very promising thing. And I will tell you, it's a Spalding ball. Let me get rid of this box, guys. So I got a JSA cert up top, which is usually a very good sign. So let's do the JSA cert first. How about WIT 593778? Somebody can look it up. We got a Spalding ball, and it's taped. Spalding Pro NBA. Let's go see the autograph. All right, I'm going to open it up. It's got some tape here, fellas. Give me a second. I'm going to open this thing up so we can take a peek. That will make it more fun to look at. All right. Maybe I know it. You guys have to help me out. You guys tell me what you see, and I'll tell you what I see. Here we go. What do you guys see? Is that clearly an M this time? After the last couple weeks of not having them? The bag itself doesn't have like a sticker or anything. Man, I wish RSA would just put a little sticker on there saying who it is. Looks like a Q. That looks like Mark to me. Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky. Okay. This one's going out to the hockey spot. No, of course not. It looks like Mark. Bill Gates. Okay, we've reached that point of the satire point of the night where I think it's just time to look it up. I love the humor, fellas. JSA. JSA usually a pretty good sign. So I want to say we got Mark here. My first initial thought was like Mark Price, but I don't know. We'll take a look. Mark Price was my thought. Dan B. Dan B, you and me are on the same wavelength. Dan B in the house. What is up, Dan B? I said it. I looked over in the chat, and me and Dan B are saying the same thing. Now that is what I call legit. Dan B in the house. What's up, Dan B? I thought Mark Price as well. But let's take a look. We won't leave it to chance. JSA cert, if anybody wants to look it up with me. 1 second, fellas, as I get this here. All right, JSA, if you want to look it up with me. Got WIT 593778. Mark Price is right. Shout out to Dan B. We're on the same wavelength. Mark Price is where this one is. Let's go take a look at Mark Price and say a couple words. Mark Price, a 4-time All-Star, 4-time All-NBA, point guard. Nickname was the OK Kid. Right-handed point guard, 722 games, 15.2 points for average, 6.7 assists, 40.2% from three, 90.4% free throw shooter. Dang. And majority of his games, 582 games, 9-year career for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland Cavaliers. He also played for Golden State for a year, Orlando for a year, and Washington. The Bullets, back when they were the Bullets. You remember that? Cleveland Cavs, 9 years. William Mark Price. Staying in your lane, Darren. That's hilarious. The champ. Missed you as well, sir. Cavs hit. He has been missed. Just talking about fantasy football. So of course, Dan B, he saw the bat symbol in the sky and knew where he had to come. So shout out to Dan B for winning last year's fantasy football. We got Mark Price here going out to the Cavaliers on a nice JSA. And Cleveland this week going out to another new guy. Cleveland Cavaliers going out to Raymond. This one's going out to Raymond M. So congrats, Raymond. Another new guy hit. So new guy's got 3 on the board. OG's got 1. If it gets annoying me saying that, just let me know and I'll stop saying it. But congrats out to Raymond. Thanks for jumping in on the basketball. Not sure if you're here tonight, but congrats. Ray takes it down. Very cool. All right, guys, let's move on to baseball. Of course, everybody's really excited about the bat. I am excited about it as well, but let's start with the jersey. Let's go jersey first, and then we'll have some fireworks in the bat. For those of you guys that didn't know or are new to it, the Gold Rush Lumber Edition, the checklist on that is, in my opinion, absolutely bananas. But for baseball, we got to start with an RSA jersey. This is the last RSA jersey that I have for baseball. I just bought a couple cases of the Black Bag Edition from Gold Rush. So RSA will be gone, and we'll be filtering more Gold Rush since they restocked it. So Gold Rush coming in for the baseball jerseys. This is my last RSA for a while. All right, as we know, RSA, single secondary seal. All right, quick trip around the box itself. I know everybody's excited about the bat. I'm excited about the bat too. For real. All right, quick trip around. Everything in good working order, fellas. A pull of Tatis. Dan B calling his shot. Tatis would be dope. It really would. It really would. He's in there. I'm lucky enough to have a Tatis bat as well. Tatis Jr. So hopefully we find somebody something. Could it be Dan B? Could it be Tatis? A blonde bat. All right, Darren. Darren's calling his blonde. All right, Darren. I got respect for that. All right. Here we go. Secondary seal. Good luck to everybody in baseball. We've had some solid hits here tonight so far. Why stop now? All right. Good luck to everybody. Seal's gone. Here we go. Good luck to everybody in baseball. What do we got this week? All right. It looks like Van Slyke. Van Slyke. Which, if I'm not mistaken, is Andy. Is it Andy Van Slyke? It is JSA Certs. Big old 18. There's your autograph. This is a nice autograph. Definitely in the stitching on the Slyke. But that's a nice one. Yeah, it might be cards. It might be another one of those Saturdays, but it might also be Braves. Let's go take a look. It might also be Braves, but the nice thing about, in my opinion, the baseball, up front we have the team, the city. Van Slyke. It is another Saturday blue for St. Louis. This one's a Cardinals hit. So St. Louis Cardinals, 18. Van Slyke on the JSA. And I will say the JSA cert here. Give me a second. I'll just do it off the card. It'll be easier. All right, guys. On the JSA, I got WIT 622 607. WIT 622 607. Van Slyke. Going on to the Cardinals on the Saturday blue. And I will tuck away everything, fellas, and get everything organized and set up. Yeah, those old school jerseys are nice. I mean, the color scheme is on point. You're talking about red and blue. The only thing missing is the really great city that it came from, which would be Chicago, which, of course, also has a similar color scheme. But, of course, I am kidding. I have respect for the Cardinals, but those Saturday blues are nice. I will give them that. I will give them that. All right. Andy Van Slyke, center fielder, first baseman, third baseman, 3-time All-Star, 5-time Glover, 2-time Silver Slugger. Guys, 41.3 career WAR, 164 homers, over 1,500 hits, 274 career batting average, almost 1,000 runs, almost 800 RBI, OBP at 349, slugging at 443, OPS 792. The way the Cubs are playing right now, the Cubs need this guy right now. Does anybody have this guy's phone number? I call him right now and see if he wants to play for the Cubs right now. Played for Pittsburgh for 8 years, St. Louis for 4 years, cup of coffee at Philly and Baltimore. 13-year career. 3-time All-Star, Silver Slugger, 2-timer, 5-time Gold Glove. Hey, easy there, Tony. Easy, Tony. Easy. I didn't want to talk about it. Congrats. St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals this week. Going out to Willie B. Willie B. I want to say this is an OG hit since Willie B has been in the breaks several times. So let's say OG's back on the board. 2-3 for the OGs. And I want to tell you something about Willie B. Willie B is the biggest St. Louis Cardinals fan that I know, and he's a good dude. So congrats to Willie on the Andy Van Slyke. Nice jersey there in the Saturday blue. Yeah. Here we go with the Indiana stuff. Oh, boy. Between me and you, I think it's all politics. I don't think the Bears are going anywhere, but man, has it caused a stir. I got people talking to me from all different places. I wore a Bears shirt today out in public, and I had to tell everybody that at least the Chicago Bears merchandise is on clearance since they're moving to Indiana. And then I had to explain why my joke is actually just a joke. So I'm going to go ahead and say the Bears aren't going anywhere. That's my prediction. If you had to ask me, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's politics, and it's applying pressure to the politicians to make a move. It's a chess match, fellas. It's a chess match. They're not going to Hammond. They can't. They can't. All right. Here we go, fellas. You'll tell me what you think, but that's my opinion. I think it's politics. All right. Gold Rush, Sensational Signatures, Lumber Edition. And, of course, if you checked out the checklist, in my opinion, like I said, is absolutely bananas. We got the tube here. So I've got the barrel on this side, which I am not going to open up. I'm going to open it up on the handle side. But I do want to show it to you guys, make sure everything's in good working order. It does have tape, but it does also have a secondary seal there as well, which I think is really nice for the baseball bats to have. So as you guys can see, it's right there. And it's in good working order. I'm not going to open this side. I'm going to open it up on the handle side, which will make it easier to pull out and take a look at. As you guys can see here, we've also got some tape, as well as that secondary or patented secondary seal. Is a quad seal? Just 2. So I want to say that if quad would be there, but just got 1 on each side. No, with the tape though, I think we're going quad seal. Are we going quad transparency? I think Tony is right. Very transparent. Look at how see-through that tape is. Talk about that for transparency. And the tapes, you're right. Quad seal. Sandlot randomization would be crazy. I would love it. Sandlot, one of my all-time favorite movies. And if it's the Sandlot hit, it would come with the entire cast's autograph on it. I've seen it once. I've seen it pulled once, and it would be a randomization. All right. Good luck to all teams. We are opening the handle side. All right, how do I do this? This one's all right, I think that will do it. All right, guys, good luck to all teams. This is the monster for this evening. It's a premium item. It's got a premium price tag. So I hope it delivers. I know we had a lot of guys jump in this week. I got 1 more of these. So I hope that it delivers and that we can have fun, do it again. We'll do it again in about 2 weeks. All right, I'm going to open up this seal side as well. Give me a second here, fellas. Not exactly easy on this item, opening it up. And I'll try to make you guys proud with the opening abilities. All right, I think that'll do it. There goes the seal, as you guys can see. So there it goes. All right, guys, good luck to all teams. We got some bangers in here. Let's make it happen. Darren called his blonde bat. Let's see what we got. We got some paper. All right, guys, this one's going to the paper spot. No, of course not. No, it is a blonde. It is a blonde. I'm going to try to open this and keep it on screen here for everybody. So give me a second. I am going to throw the tube here off to the side since we don't need it. And I know exactly where this thing is going. I've seen this before, and you guys might have seen this before as well. And it's a nice one, in my opinion. All right, who knows it? Calling your shot. That would be wild. It's a nice one. I'm glad to say that I got this one in my collection as well. Anybody know it? I think it says Tom Glavine, if I'm not mistaken. So I think we got Tom Glavine. If I'm not mistaken, we'll take a look at it anyway. On the JSA, WB 609768. WB 609768. If I'm not mistaken, Tom Glavine in the house. But we'll make sure. We're not going to leave it to chance. That's a nice hit. I'm proud to say that I have one of those as well. And I think I'm going to hold on to it. All right, let's take a look. Come on, JSA, just to be sure. I got WB 609768. Tom Glavine it is. So Tom Glavine, let's say a couple words about Tom. I'm sure everybody knows about Tom Glavine. A beast. Hall of Famer. 2-time Cy Young winner. 10-time All-Star. 1995 World Series. 4-time Silver Slugger as a pitcher. And a World Series MVP. So I know some people would say they don't like having Tom Glavine on the bat. But he's a 4-time Silver Slugger, guys. He played for 22 years. This is an Atlanta Braves hit. 17 years with the Braves. Atlanta Braves is the hit here. 80.7 career WAR. 305 wins. 354 ERA. Played in almost 700 games. He has over almost 4,500 innings pitched and over 2,500 strikeouts. Come on. That's filthy. That's filthy. That's filthy. That's filthy. Cy Young, MVP. Man. How about for hitting? Value for pitching, advanced pitching, postseason pitching, and batting. What is he career? .246 hits. And as a hitter, 6.8 career WAR as a hitter. That will explain the Silver Sluggers. Yeah. Yes. Congrats, congrats. Atlanta Braves. This week, Atlanta Braves going out to Jose. This one's going out to Jose M. Jose M is an OG. Jose M has been around for a while. Not sure if Jose is here tonight, but congrats, Jose. Puts the OGs on the board again. That will be 3-3. 3 for the new guys, 3 for the OGs. Congrats to Jose. I know that that will continue a dry spell for some of the guys, and I apologize about that. I think it's only a matter of time, fellas. Stick with it. I know that's what you'd expect me to say, but truly, that is it's a numbers game. All right, congrats to Jose, and congrats to the Atlanta Braves spot. We're going to try to keep that guy on screen right there. All right, we are down to our multi-sport. Multi-sport, we got the black bag. We'll do that first, and then we'll move on to the multi-sport value pack. Black bag edition for Gold Rush on the multi-sport. Quick trip around the bag itself. I know some guys didn't hit. Sorry about that, fellas. I truly am. But stick with it. We'll get excited for Jose. I know he's been in many breaks and hasn't had a ton of hits. So we'll be excited for him. And hopefully the next time we hit, we'll be excited for you. All right, guys. Multi-sport. Let's do it. Here we go. Good luck to all teams in the multi-sport. Maybe I should say for the new guys, because I know we got some new guys. For multi-sport, we don't sell it by team. We sell it by the sport. So we got baseball, football, basketball, hockey, and other. And, of course, anything that shows up in that sport, whether it's basketball, baseball, that's the spot that it will go to. So for multi-sport, we sell it by the sport and not by the team, in case you care to know for the next time around. Just want to make sure I clarified. All right, let's do it. Multi-sport. All right, Branch. We got a Branch hit here. I believe we've hit Branch before. I believe this is Alabama. I believe this is his college jersey, if I'm not mistaken. We'll double check to be sure, but Branch on the big old 14. I do believe it's Detroit Lions. I'll double check, but it is football nonetheless. There's the autograph. Got the inscription there with the number 14. Just touch the stitching, just a touch. But still pretty nice. Beckett Cert. Beckett Cert there, W11 9516. W11 9516. Women's soccer. Women's soccer would be cool. There's some nice hits out there. So this one is football. This one's going out to Braden. So Braden H, another one of our OGs. The OGs have come on strong here. So another hit for the OGs, puts the OGs on top. OGs 4. New guys 3. And we'll double check. Brian Branch. Autographed custom Alabama jersey. It's a good call. DB for the Detroit Lions. Of course, Tony knows him. He's a young guy, but he's played in a lot of games. And he is a Pro Bowler. Brian Branch going out to the football spot. And this one's going out to Braden. OGs come on strong. All right. Glavin's going to be here, but I'm going to tuck him down just a little bit. Might fall off screen, but everybody's seen him. We'll try to keep him on there. There we go. And then for the multi-sport value pack, guys, we still got 8 packs in here. So I'll open it up, show you everything we got. For the right side of it, we got 1, we got 2, we got 3, we got 5. So we're missing 4 from last week. And then from the first week, I believe we had 7. So there's 6. There's 8, 9, and 10. We'll shift over to the dice. The dice will tell us how many times we're going to randomize the packs. And that's going to tell us which one we're opening. Last chance for romance. I like that, Darren. Let's see some love for the OGs. All right, we'll see. I got nothing against it, but good luck to everybody for sure. All right, guys. As always, if you guys could just let me know, you guys can see the dice. I want to make sure I do it the right way. So just let me know. Thanks, Tony. You're a real one. All right, guys. We're going to roll these dice. We're going to roll 2 dice to see how many times we're randomizing the packs to see which one we're opening here. So there we go. I got a 1. I got a 3. I got 4. I got 4 on the dice. Got 4 on the dice. So we are going to randomize the packs 4 times. All right, I'm going to share the list of the packs with you guys. Same thing. Just let me know. Make sure I got it right. You can probably see me in the... Thanks, Tony. Copy and paste. All right. You can see me in the corner there. Of course, we don't have pack number 4. We don't have pack number 7. So 4 and 7 are off the table. But let's do it. We're going to randomize this thing 4 times. You pre-type. It's noticeable, and it's appreciated, Tony. Look at you being all sophisticated and prepared and stuff. All right, guys, let's randomize this thing 4 times. Let's do it. All right, there goes spot number 1 or randomization number 1. Let's do it again. You guys can see it here. You've randomized it 2 times. There's 3, as you guys can see there. And our 4th and final time, whichever pack is in spot number 1 after we randomize it the 4th time is the pack that we're opening. All right, let's do it. We've randomized this list 4 times, and we are at pack number 5. It is Cinco. We're doing 5 tonight. All right. Hopefully 5 is holding a banger. Let's do it, guys. So back to the box itself. There is pack number 5. 5 is coming with us. And the rest are for next time. All right, guys. Last item of the evening. There are 3 cards per pack. You'll have to tell me what you guys think about this. Have you been satisfied with these value packs? I don't have any more cases, but the next time they come out, should we keep dipping into this guy? You guys have to let me know how you're feeling about it. I've enjoyed it, but more importantly, it's about what you guys have enjoyed. Definitely got a slab in here. I told you guys every pack in this case when we opened it had a slab. Tiny black bag, tiny trip around. If we enjoy it, I'll keep doing it. If it's time to move on to other things, it's time to move on to other things. I also just got some new cases in for some photos. So I've got some multi-sport photos, and I got a couple other cases. So when this thing runs out, when it runs dry, we'll have some new things. All right, guys. Good luck to all teams. All-star rip incoming. I like it too. Tony, thanks for the vote of confidence. I appreciate you, my man. More than you would know. All right, here we go. Good luck to all teams. All-star rip. Try not to let anybody down. It was not bad. I wouldn't call it all-star. But all right. We got it done. All right, here we go. Not perfect, I'll say that. All right, cool. How about a rated rookie of Ramondre Stevenson? Honorable mention. Now, that's a nice way of putting it. All right, Tony, I owe you one. That's a nice way of putting it. Rated rookie, parallel, blue parallel, Ramondre Stevenson, fantasy football. I would say that's pretty sweet for fantasy football. Ramondre Stevenson is a beast. I saw the next hit. The next hit is a cool one, too. All right, guys, rated rookie. I love the rated rookies. Definitely have several rated rookies in my collection. The next hit is a cool one, especially with NBA playoffs going on. Ramondre Stevenson, Patriots. And football, Braden again. Congrats to Braden. I'm calling that another hit, which means OG's 5, new guys 3. How about this one for the next one? How about Manu Ginobili? And it's numbered. That's cool, especially with the Spurs in it. 68/99. I've really been enjoying the NBA playoffs, and the finals has been pretty cool as well. The Knicks just seem on a tear, man. The Knicks are on one. That's really cool. This is Manu Ginobili 2014, 2015. And it's out of Prestige. Numbered out of Prestige. Bonus shots is the card. Definitely got a refractor to it. There are 2 small little dings right here. No, actually, no, there is not. It was something on the top loader. So no, there are no dings. The corners look absolutely in good shape. Yeah, I'd say it's a great looking card. There's the back of it, fellas. 12.3 points per game. 47% roughly from field goal percentage. Drafted in the second round. What a return on an investment. Manu Ginobili, a beast. Beast. All right, and the slab. Beckett 10 autograph. Rockies. Brendan Rodgers. Got a blue autograph there on his rookie card out of Heritage. This is 2019. 2019 Topps Heritage. There's your autograph, rookie card out of Heritage. I definitely collected Heritage for a while, and then I got off of it because Bowman just became so expensive, and Bowman is my jam. But Beckett 10 on the autograph. Definitely got me some Heritage in my collection. What I like about Heritage is always the back of the cards and these cheesy little comic-looking characters. Brendan Rodgers. Back at 10. This is for the baseball spot. Baseball spot this week goes out to Mike. This one goes out to Mike A. Not sure if he's here. Mike A, congrats. Another OG hit. Oh, and I didn't even say the basketball. The basketball hit. The basketball is going out to Jake. Not sure if Jake's here tonight. My bad. So Jake H takes it down. So Jake H on the basketball, Mike A on the baseball. I got so caught up with Manu himself and talking about the NBA Finals, I forgot to mention going out to Jake. And Jake, another OG guy. So then I will say that it was a cool pack. Ramondre Stevenson, blue parallel in the rated rookie. Manu Ginobili, 68 out of 99 out of Prestige for Jake. And then Brendan Rodgers for the baseball spot on the Beckett 10 for Mike. 3 OG hits there. And the OGs, I think, take tonight. 6-3 for the OGs. Let me know if that got annoying, and I won't do it next week. But if you like the OGs versus the new guys, it could be fun, competitive banter. Maybe it'll get the new guys into the chat. All right, guys. That was a pretty cool value pack. How about a quick recap for the rest of it? We had Brian Branch come out for the multi-sport. That one also went out to Braden. We had Tom Glavine. Nice hit for the Atlanta Braves. That one went out to Jose. We had Van Slyke. Van Slyke come out for the Cardinals on the Saturday Blue. Then that went out to Willie B. Cool hit for basketball. Robert Ory. Robert Ory came out for the Lakers. I'll have to double check for Lakers. Where the Lakers go this week? Lakers went to Dave J on that one. We did have Mark Price. Mark Price came out for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and that went out to Raymond. So congrats to Raymond. We had Debo Samuel come out for the Commanders. That one went out to Harry. Welcome back to the Memorabilia game, Mr. Harry. We'd be happy to have you again if you want to jump in. If not, I completely understand, but welcome back. So that one went out to Harry on the welcome back mojo. And then we had Mike Sanristil on the Michigan jersey. Also for the Commanders. Also went out to Harry on the welcome back break. All right, guys. I know not everybody gets the hit on break night, but I would say that was a pretty solid hit of names and definitely down a trip down memory lane for some of them. So I wanted to genuinely thank everybody for jumping in. I know there's only 6 people left here, but generally wanted to say thank you for jumping in. I do appreciate all the people that jumped in, picked up some teams for the first time or for the 26th time, and definitely everybody that helped me fill the break here today. As always, be kind to yourself, be kind to each other, enjoy those family and friends. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I'll be back next Saturday for a very similar break plus the Hall of Fame slab. We'll try another one of these bats, these sensational signatures in about 2 weeks if you want to jump back in. If not, I completely understand. Let me know if you guys have any questions or anything. I'm happy to answer it. And I hope to see you back next week. Even if you're not in the break itself, if you're not buying spots, you just want to hang out with the guys, talk shop, and have a good time, we'd be happy to have you. Yep, fantasy football coming soon. I do appreciate that, Darren. Thank you, sir. Hey, I appreciate that, Dan B. My man, thank you. It brightens mine as well. I enjoy having you guys here. Feels like I'm talking to a bunch of buddies in my garage and just talking shop. It always seems like a good time. Always a pleasure. Thanks, Dan B. Thanks, Tony. Have a good night, sir. Have a good night, Darren. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, enjoy that weekend and have a great work week. Transparency, transparency, transparency. Quad transparency? Dibs on next week. See ya.